Good morning, folks. Welcome back to this channel. Thank you all so much for requesting this video, and thank you all so much for wanting me to continue to do this type of video. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into the video. One of the first things that was requested was the brushes that I use currently. Right now, these are the brushes from September 2023, and I've been using them all year. And yes, I've requested new brushes for September 2024. These are dirty, and I want to replace these brushes for brand new clean brushes in September 2024. So right here, let's go into what's not Profusion. This is Makeup Works round powder brush. This one is from a no-name. Looks like things don't want to be going my way right now. This one is a no-name brand, and this is a foundation brush. There's absolutely no label on here. And this one is from Master of Beauty, and this is the powder brush. Master of Beauty powder brush. And this is the set from Profusion. This I've been using since 2021 and 2022. I used this brand in 2022, this brand in 2021, and the Masterworks in 2020. These just happen to be my favorite brushes from the brands that I've been using all 3 years, so I just kept them. And the other brushes were discarded off because they were too dried out to keep. So going to Profusion, which is 2023. Everything Profusion. This is the Profusion powder brush. Another Profusion powder brush. Profusion concealer brush. And this is the Profusion highlighting brush, and I use this one to dust off the powder from my under eye. Now, yes, the eyeshadow brushes come with 5 eyeshadow brushes, but I only use 3 in order to complete my look, and these are the 3 that I use 100% of the time. This is the Profusion blending brush. This is the Profusion smudging brush for smoky eyes. And this is the Profusion shader brush for cut crease. This one is the Profusion eyeliner brush. The product is not ready yet, which is why I haven't even tested out the brush itself. And this is the Profusion angled brush. Once again, product's not ready, which is why I haven't tested it. So this is why I only use these 3 brushes in order to complete my entire eyeshadow routine. Speaking of eyeshadow routine, we are going to be going in with this palette right here to create some spring looks. This is the Hard Candy All That Rose Gold. Hard Candy All That Rose Gold eyeshadow. And I keep the rest of my makeup in this kit, in this storage container right here. I keep it all right there. So I have the foundation that I am currently using, which is this one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is for normal to oily skin. And then you have the setting powder. This is from Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour. This is from their Activewear line. And this shade is 355 Coconut. The highlighter that I'm using, this is the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio highlighter, and this is in the shade 100 Molten Gold. And then you have the concealer, which I will be using after the foundation. This is from Rimmel London. This is the Lasting Radiance Concealer. I'm trying to finish this up. I already had to pull the stopper out in order to get more product from out of the actual concealer tube itself. I had to pull the stopper out to get the rest of the product. And the powder that I'm using currently is this one. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in the shade Butter. So that's what I'll be using. And the lip shine that I'll be using for today is from the brand Sona. Sona, you all know, is my brand. Very first set of products stands for my first initial in my government identification name, which is Cherie. The O stands for Ontario, the province in which I am currently living in. N is for my daughter's name, which is Natalia, and A is for my son's name, which is Antonio. So I wrote down their names in acronyms, and I created Sona. So this is the first product from myself as Cherie in the makeup industry, which is a lip shine with a hint of color. Alright, so now let's get into the application and let's get all the stuff out the way. Let's get this stuff out the way. So once again, we are covering up from that video. We are covering up so that there is absolutely no mess being created. And now I'm going to go in with the foundation brush, and I'm going to pour this on the back of my hand in order to apply it to my skin. I put a little bit too much product on the back of my hand, but we're gonna make it work. And this is what it should look like when it's blended out on my skin. And that is the first layer out of an entire pour, and that's the rest of the layer on my hand. This is about a medium to almost full coverage that I'm getting on my skin right now. Medium to a full coverage. So I'm just gonna put another one on my skin. And that's it. And remember folks, I'm not using any ring light, I'm using natural daylight. I'm using natural daylight to get this done. And if you can see through the window, it's very cloudy. It is very cloudy and the lighting is absolutely not changing at all in the background. The lighting is not changing on the screen at all in any way, shape, or form, and it's a very cloudy day outside. Now going in with the concealer, as mentioned before, and going in with the high points of my face, where the concealer is. I'm going in on the high points of my face where the concealer is to add a little bit of brightness back into my skin in order to make it look as though I slept, but I didn't sleep at all. I know I mentioned the concealer brush earlier, but the concealer brush is very dried out right now. So I'm using the foundation brush in order to apply the concealer because the concealer brush is just very dried out. Very stiff, not easy to apply at all. So that's why I'm using the foundation brush just now to blend out the concealer. Now going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. And setting that at also the high points of where I placed the concealer. This concealer is very brightening, so it doesn't need, not the concealer, the powder itself, sorry. The powder is very brightening, so you don't need to let it sit on your face for too long in order to achieve any baking situation with your face. This is a very highlighting powder, so you can literally brush it off immediately and it will look as though you baked, but you haven't baked. So if you take a look, the difference to my chin, not even a minute, to the difference to my cheek, it looks as though I baked, but I haven't baked at all. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the powder brush itself and I'm gonna go in and set the rest of my face with the foundation powder. In order to not allow the liquid to move on the skin. And that is it. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to store in all the products in the case that I brought it up in. And now I'm going to highlight and brighten with this right here. This product right here. Now I'm gonna go back in with the foundation brush and blend out any harsh lines from that highlighting powder. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the eyeshadow brushes. You can obviously tell that I've been using them. I've been using them because I do my own makeup. I don't hire a makeup artist. I know it's 2024 and it's the same old story. She hires makeup artists to do her makeup. No, I don't. Same old story. What I'm doing is I'm just taking the brush and the towel and I'm rubbing the brush to clean off the excess shadow on the towel for it to be clean for a fresh eyeshadow application. And the other brush just all of a sudden disappeared. So it looks like I'm only going to be using 2 brushes today plus my fingers. Okay, so we're going to go in and create some spring looks with this eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to go in this direction, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go in with the shades Sweetheart, Love Affair, and Heartbreaker in order to create a spring look. So I'm going to start off with the shade Sweetheart, and I'm going to put that all up in the crease. So I'm going to be looking in the mirror to apply. So put the shade Sweetheart in the crease of my eyes. And I'm going to take a smudging brush and I am going to go into Love Affair and I'm going to smudge Love Affair. I'm going to go on with the back of the brush and I'm going to smudge Love Affair in the outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna tap and smudge, tap and smudge, tap and smudge. I'm gonna add just a little more to build up the color. But that's the first layer of Sweetheart tapping and smudging. And then this is the second layer in where I'm going to tap and tap. Tap and tap. No smudging because I don't want the rest of what I smudged on before to come off. So I'm going to go in with the blending brush and I'm going to blend that out very lightly, like so. And that is the placement of the both eyeshadows thus far. Hold on, let me just wipe off the back of the smudger brush. I'll start off with the back of the clean brush. And then I'm going to tap and smudge at first. Tap and smudge. Tap and smudge. Tap and smudge. I'll wipe that off. Pick up some more shadow. And then I'm just going to tap it off. And then I'm going to take the blending brush and I'm going to ever so lightly touch on that blend. Ever so lightly. Ever so lightly touch on that. And so far that's only 2 eyeshadows applied with that technique. Now I'm going to go in with my fingers. Now if it looks like I'm flipping you off, I might be flipping you off, but I might not also be flipping you off because you don't know my mood. So I might be flipping you off, but I also might not be flipping you off at the same time, okay? So going in with my middle flipping finger in the shade Heartbreaker and taking the shade on my middle finger and dabbing that in the center of my eyes. Okay, now you can see the difference that that's the eye that I tapped it on with my finger and that's the eye. Going in with my clean middle finger now and doing the same thing, shade Heartbreaker. Since the eyeshadow palette, that's the shade Heartbreaker. And now I'm going to take that shade in my flipping finger and I'm going to tap it on this side. Okay? And I'm going to take the blending brush right here and now I'm going to blend out any harsh lines or dusty lines that my flipping finger may have created. And that is the consistency of the eyeshadow look that you want. You want it to look kind of powdery, but not all powdery. Now going in to finish off this entire look. Going in to finish off the entire look with my brand from Sona and going in with the shade Sugar. Sugar, sugar, I need some sugar with my coffee and my tea. And now I've added some sugar with the coffee and the tea. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make coffee and tea with your face. Now let's see if we can make that in a cup and make it taste just as it looks. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for requesting. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more drink mixing videos like this one. And I will see you all in the next one. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all in another drink mixing video. Bye.